Hey guys, welcome to Inside Out, the podcast where we attempt to get what's in your head out.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to Mort Red's Inside Out podcast. With me here today is, of course, the main man, Mort Red. How you doing, Mort?
I'm doing grand, how are you?
Good, I'm good. This is Aidan, by the way, just in case you don't know who it is. And our special guest today is Claire. Hello, Claire.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on today.
You're very welcome, Claire. And Claire's special topic today is going to be reality TV, which we will be hitting in the second half. But as usual, we like to start with what we deem a serious topic, but maybe in not so much a serious way. And today's topic, Mort, is...
It's going to be about autism.
Okay.
Life about autism.
Okay, living with autism. And
Yeah.
you have autism, which is really cool. I don't mean it's cool you have autism. I mean the fact that you're here, you have autism, and you're
Yeah.
going to be talking about it.
Yeah.
Which is really cool because, you know, it's going to give some real life experiences of living with autism.
True,
Yeah?
true.
So tell me about it. Talk to me.
It's stressful, a lot.
Okay.
It's stressful. There's a lot of challenges going on. There will be a lot of challenges to go on, including like going out, meeting people. It's hard to meet people. Loud places. As you know me, I can't stand like big places, big. I can't even go to a concert, and that's annoying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I think, Mort, I know from my own experience, we all hear about autism as we grow up and things like that. And I remember the day, if you don't mind me saying, do you remember you had one of, can I call it your episodes?
Yep.
Here in this building, and until I saw it firsthand, I really didn't understand the depth of how it affects you, if you like.
Yeah.
So that was an eye-opener for me to see it here. And I'm really glad I did, because it's after giving me, I suppose, a better understanding of who you are and how it can affect you and so on. Claire, your thoughts on autism?
I think it's a very vast, wide spectrum as far as I know.
Yeah.
A lot of challenges and hurdles to overcome daily.
There is a lot of hurdles to go through daily, and yeah. When you're in like school, it's really hard.
Yeah, I can only
like, a lot of work
imagine.
and stuff like that.
And can you tell me a bit about when you were younger or when you got your diagnosis?
I was in like fourth class when I got my diagnosis. I actually went from my school all the way up to Dublin just to get diagnosed. I don't know. I didn't know why I was going first. So.
And why do you think that people were, I suppose, sending you for the diagnosis, or what things were affecting you at the time?
They didn't know me a lot, and they knew that I couldn't stand noises and that, and they were wondering what is this about, and then they brought me up to Dublin, and then that's pretty much what happened.
And do you think that has benefited you now since having it?
Yeah, I didn't even know what the hell I had.
Yeah, I suppose that must be such a relief to know that there is a reason for why you feel the way you feel.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I think in a way, Martin, your time in life is an advantage to you with autism. So if you take me, you know, when I was your age, sadly, a lot of the kids who had autism were looked on as being stupid. Why can't they do this, or why can't they, you know, relate to this, or what's his or her problem, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas now, at least, if there's an issue in class or even in society at home or whatever, there are ways to find out exactly what the problem is and then deal with it, of course.
Yeah, there is ways to do that.
Yeah.
But I have a thing, you know, there's like disadvantages. There's sometimes advantages as well for autism.
Well, go on, tell us some of the advantages of having autism.
I mostly think that, like, when I have like different ideas of some other people. You know, Quentin Tarantino, he has autism.
Okay.
There's other like directors, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
He has it, and I can't think of any other.
Yeah, no, there's
they have.
You're
like,
100%. I can guarantee you, in every field of life, musicians, directors, actors, writers, it's across the board. You'll find people with autism. Yeah. So I suppose, in a way, what we're kind of saying is it shouldn't be a barrier to you doing what you want to do. You might just do it a little bit differently than
I do
somebody
something
who doesn't
differently.
have autism, if you
I do like if you're doing something, and you're like, imagine I'm just saying, if you're cutting something up, on like cutting an onion,
Okay.
I would like do it differently
Yeah.
than what you would tell me how to do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah. So your brain maybe works a little bit differently to somebody who doesn't have autism.
Yeah.
In various different ways, as Claire mentioned, the spectrum. We often hear this phrase, the spectrum, that somebody is on the spectrum. But that spectrum, from my belief, having done an autism course here with the job, it's huge, that spectrum, and from one side of that spectrum across to the other, there can be hugely different symptoms, for the want of a better word, to the autism.
Yeah.
And I suppose for somebody with autism, it's learning how to deal with their particular issues. Yeah? What do you think, Claire?
Yeah, definitely I would be in agreement with that. And I suppose it's for everybody to kind of get on board with that, and that I suppose in the environment and the outside world should change as opposed to the person having to change. There will be a lot of hurdles and obstacles to overcome. But it's being proactive and aware. And like when you're speaking of famous people, I don't know if I'm making stuff off the top of my head, but I think Eminem, the rapper.
I didn't know Eminem had it.
Asperger's syndrome.
Yeah.
That's right.
So like that's even going back to the spectrum. Like you've got that, and then from one end to the other, like it's huge. It's really, really vast and broad. And I suppose everybody has their own tics and traits and ways of doing things as well. It's just being open-minded to everybody's ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, people without autism, like myself, although who knows, I could be somewhere on that spectrum too.
Yeah, that's something that I think as well, like is because the spectrum is so broad.
Yeah.
Does everybody fall into it in some part?
And I've often wondered that, especially about certain people I know in my private life. I've often thought, I wonder if a diagnosis was done. I'd imagine a vast number of the population would fall somewhere in that spectrum. And I could even include myself in that to a degree.
Yeah.
And actually, I have a question for you, Mert.
Go ahead.
For an individual with autism, do you like someone to say, you have autism or you are autistic? Or do you know that there's so many different ways of phrasing it?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that just like say I'm autistic, but
is that offensive to you?
It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's just annoying. If you're hyper, you're not really autistic.
Yeah. And how would you, if you were to say to someone about your diagnosis, what is your preferred way to be addressed around it? Like if someone has to, like it shouldn't be a thing that someone's identified just because of their diagnosis. But if someone had to explain it, this is Mert, he's,
he is autistic.
He has autism.
Or
which is what Claire is saying is
which
is your
autism.
preferred.
He has autism.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And
because autistic is like I don't know why. I just don't really like
and
autistic.
it is. You touched on something, Claire. In this very politically correct world we now live in, you have to be so careful. I could say to Claire, "Oh, Martin, he works with me. He's autistic," and mean absolutely no harm or insult to you, but you might pick up harm or insult by the way I phrased it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is. It's that kind of world we live in, isn't it? I mean.
But I do think it's important to have the individual's perspective on that of how they want to be addressed. Like no one wants to go out with intentions of offending or hurting someone, but I suppose that's just an interesting fact because it's kind of like there is that debate of they are autistic or they have autism or...
And funny, do you know what now? When you say it like that, they have... So if I said Martin has autism, for me it sounds kind of softer than saying Martin is autistic.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but it sounds nicer to say Martin has autism.
Yeah.
And is that how you'd prefer it?
Yeah, that's how I prefer like saying autistic. Autism, sorry. I don't like autistic.
Yeah.
Because it sounds annoying a little bit.
Okay.
So.
No, that's just something that I was interested to know from someone's perspective living with autism, that
Yeah.
how they'd like to be referred to as.
So what we
That's a
say
good
about Claire
insight.
is that Claire is challenged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how we like to refer to Claire. So, the world you live in, Martin,
Yeah.
do you find it's open and accepting of somebody with autism? Have you seen any changes in your lifetime?
Not really.
And you're young. I mean, you're still
I can't really.
very young.
I can't really think of anything that's
Okay.
no.
Because I would have now, and I'm sure. Well, Claire, you're young as well. I'm
There's
50,
not-
I'm
well-
52, right? And I've seen huge changes from when I was your age to now in terms of acceptance and
There's an-
awareness and all that kind of stuff.
There's an autism friendly thing in the cinemas.
Well, there you go.
That's
There
one
you go.
thing that I know.
Yeah. So when I was your age, not unheard of. Lidl are the same. I presume Aldi probably are as well. But Lidl have an autism friendly couple of hours for shopping. So if you have autism, this is the stage to bring in your kids if they're autistic
Yeah.
in for the shopping. That they dim the lights, and I think they put on nice
They put
music.
like,
And
I went to one.
yeah,
They'd
so
have
you-
like the
yeah.
lights on just a little bit,
Yeah,
and they'd have the sound down a little bit.
yeah, which I think is that's huge. I think that's great.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I think it's a nice touch.
Yeah, it's good.
And you know what? And I'm not. You'll get cynics out there saying, that's just Lidl trying to get money out of people who are touched with autism. I don't believe that. I think it's Lidl actually trying to help.
Yeah,
You know.
it'll
I-
help.
Yeah, I don't think it's cynically done, if you like. You know.
Yeah.
No, it definitely has made advances and changes, because I suppose I'm 30 this year, and from thinking back to when I was even in secondary school, how the schools have advanced and adapted, with most schools having units and calm spaces,
absolutely.
sensory rooms. You know, it's just much more widely accepted and recognised, and there's more willing to help and to adapt the environment to suit
Yeah.
everyone's needs. So I think that's been
Absolutely,
a huge shift in society, which, you know, it really needed to happen.
Mhm.
Okay, so guys, we're going to wrap this section of the podcast now, and as usual, we're going to have a little break, and then we're going straight into our interview with Claire on a much lighter topic. So don't go away. Okay, so welcome back, folks, to the podcast today, and of course we have Mort Red.
Hi, how are you?
And we have Claire still in the room.
I'm still here.
She's still here. We can't get rid of her. So, guys, what we're going to do, we're going to lighten things up. Let's talk about something silly, but Claire loves it dearly. We're going to talk about reality TV.
I don't know why we picked this. I hate this.
Now, Mort, be positive.
Oh, for God's sake.
So, Claire, reality TV is your chosen subject. Talk to me.
Yeah, now when I'm thinking why I picked reality TV, but it's just something I really enjoy.
Well,
I think
don't be ashamed of that.
It's really nice after a day's work and you go home and you stick on something. It's kind of mindless watching. It's light-hearted.
Okay.
It's not too serious. If you've had a stressful day, just come home, stick on a bit of the Kardashians,
Oh.
and
for God's sake.
export you out of your reality into a very fabricated.
Kim K.
Okay.
Kim K.
Okay. Well, I'll just give my tuppence worth. The likes of the Kardashians, I would not watch if you paid me. I suppose I do like the English Gogglebox. I find it quite entertaining.
That's a great. I love that.
Yeah. Some of the characters on there are
My
so
man,
funny.
my man hates two people in it.
Who's that then?
Giles and his wife Mary.
I love them. Nutty and
She hates
they're
them.
deadly. Do you watch Gogglebox, Claire?
Funnily enough, it's probably one of the ones that I don't watch.
Oh, for
What?
God's sake.
I suppose the concept of it when it first came out, I was like, I'm going to sit here watching people watching TV.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking this. How is this going to work? But it's become huge.
And I get that, but that's kind of one of those reality shows, I think, that are people just exaggerate beyond belief just to have a popularity to stay on the show. Like, I think it's very dare I say, cringy. I would
Really?
really cringe watching that.
The English one.
But isn't Love Island the exact same thing
Oh,
like that?
please tell me you don't watch Love Island. Oh my God.
Well, actually, you got me there, Mert. Yes, I suppose it would be, because when it first started off, it was definitely, people went on blindsided really to what it would involve, and really did think that they were just going to sign up and find love, and to be honest, maybe have a bit of crack on a big 8-week long holiday.
Yeah.
Now people are very much entering it for the financial gain and the popularity that you get from it.
Yeah.
I'm a die-hard Love Island fan.
Really?
Die-hard.
I used to respect you.
I
The respect has gone out the window now.
I mean, come on, these people who are, fellas and women who are just body perfect, gorgeous. Please. I would much. Sorry, Mort. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I would much talk over me again. I shoot you. I would much rather have normal people, normal-looking people, proper people on
like
it, than
Jerry
these
down the
polished
road.
people. If he talks over me again, I will shoot him. Come on, say what you need to say.
No. Let you.
No. This is Inside Out with Mort Red, apparently.
No, it's with us, okay?
No.
No, go ahead. You talk. Okay, Claire, we need to talk. We need to get out of this argument that we're having. So, what's your favourite reality TV show?
Okay, so the favourite, it does change depending what's out. At the moment, I am hooked up to my veins.
I swear to God, but I don't.
Can you guess what it's going to be?
Married at First Sight Australia.
Married at First Sight Australia. I cannot get enough of it.
That's the most rubbish plot that could ever happen.
I loved you. You just let me down.
No. They just see each other for the first time and they get married.
I know.
It's an experiment.
Recipe for disaster.
And it is car crash TV.
It's experimenting with people's emotions.
There is that element to it, but I think starting off, possibly, I suppose like all series and reality shows, when the first series is very much like, oh God, this is painful, you are messing with people's emotions. Fast forward, I think this is this season 9 or 10? I can't actually think offhand which
I can't think of it.
It's 9 or 10. These people are on it for fame and popularity and endorsements, and
so it's just one big ball of lie.
Yes, but the story, the production team should get a gold medal for their meddling and their narrative.
Getting saps like you to buy into it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And look, like everything, there's the positives and there's the negatives. There's a lot of downsides to it as well. Like with social media, like these casts are getting, trolled and all that kind of things. But look, it's just, I love reality TV because it's just, I suppose, chewing gum for the brain. You're chewing and you're getting nowhere, but you're not.
Right, okay.
There's no harm in it.
No, I get it. You come home from a hard day in the office. And I get it. You need to...
I'll see you 9 years.
You need to wind down and just watch stuff that's not going to tax your brain too much.
Yeah, and it can take you out of your situation as well. Like you're going, it's someone else's reality. And if you could see me now, I'm doing the bunny ears because we know it's not full of reality, but it's an escapism for people. What
would be interesting to find out is in 9 years or 9 seasons, is that what you said?
Yeah.
I bet you not even one couple stayed together or not together today.
Absolutely, there is.
No way.
We need to search this.
Who's that? Chuck and River?
I actually don't know who, but there are definitely couples still together. Another one like that is Love is Blind on Netflix.
Oh, that's annoying.
I've never seen that.
Okay, like, I don't know, like, one of them, like, I just saw an episode of one where this man is like saying, "Oh, I love you so much," and then another woman's in the other room saying, "I love you too."
Oh, I've seen that thing. There's a wall between them.
Yes.
I mean, seriously, who's going to ask somebody to marry him they never saw him? Please, come on.
Yeah, no, that's not my favourite. Another classic one, 90 Day Fiancé.
Okay, I've seen that, but never seen it. I've seen it on the,
I love that. I just love
what's that about then?
So they would meet maybe online, like that too. You could be getting catfished. Generally, they would be...
Sorry, Claire, sorry to cut you off. Can you explain for people who might know, including myself, What does getting catfished mean?
So presenting yourself as something different online. So
Right.
be it maybe intellectually or generally its appearance. It
So
could even
I
be
might say I
gender.
have hair.
No,
Yes, and that would
no,
be a huge
no,
stretch
no,
because
no,
I'm
no.
looking at quite
I don't.
a shiny
it's
head.
Not like that. It's not like that. It's like you're someone else.
Yeah,
Like-
but
like,
if I was
we're
trying
lost
to
in-
hook Claire for the see the pun catfish hook,
good one.
and I
Good
said
one.
I had hair, would that be deemed as catfishing?
Yeah,
So basically,
lying.
bull crapping on air.
Whoa.
Yeah, absolutely. And they would meet, like sometimes there could be money exchange, like, you know, these are people from maybe poor countries looking.
So yeah,
it could be
I've
like,
seen stuff.
yeah.
That's not deemed catfish and all that,
There's-
is it?
No, but sometimes they might present as like being a little bit
Yeah.
different, or then there's, I suppose, they're a bit disingenuous. That
I
they,
watched a program on that one morning on BBC where what amazed me. You know the old saying, "Fool me once, shame on me." No, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah,
So this woman was some guy in Nigeria had set up a false profile, false pictures, the whole lot of being someone else, and got this woman to give him something crazy. Now I can't remember the actual figures, but it was over 100 grand. Like this woman was very wealthy, an English woman.
yeah.
Not only did he get her to do it once, he got her to do it twice.
The Tinder Swindler on Netflix.
I can't remember now.
That was another one.
I've
Um,
never heard of
Tinder
that.
swindler. I
yeah, so
love
he
it.
would meet these women on Tinder. Do you know that? Well, I don't know if you know, Mark. It's a dating
I
app.
know what Tinder is.
Hey, how do you automatically think I know? Do I look that desperate?
Do you know what Tinder is?
Of course I do.
Okay, good. Because
He just has to set his age for over 60s.
Yeah. Luckily,
Yeah.
luckily they help out.
I'm not on plenty of fish. I'm on
They help
plenty of
out.
silver
They
fish.
help out. There's
Anyway, back to-
There's also a well-known couple on 90 Day Fiancé. You might know. Big Ed.
Yes.
He's the most annoying person that you could ever see.
What's,
Oh,
what's
like-
the story with Big Ed?
He has no neck.
He's got he's probably an acquired taste, to put it nicely. He's delusional. He was absolutely delusional show, but a classic. Like if you want just to have a proper belly laugh, watch the episodes with Ed. Even clips on YouTube. Like that's what I mean about reality TV. It's just harmless fun.
Yeah.
It's well, no, harmless is probably not the right word because in some instances people do get hurt in it. But look, it's all just
This,
As you say, chewing gum for the brain.
yeah, and
The-
like it's like a harmless viewing for you as a viewer.
Yeah.
this is actually what he looks like.
Okay. Oh my God.
That's
Oh my-
Big Ed.
You weren't joking when you said he had no neck.
No neck.
Gee.
And he actually turned out to be a bit of a bad egg.
Right.
Not the nicest
Yeah.
fella on it either. But
And he's what, 90 Day Fiancé?
90 Day Fiancé. There's so many reality TVs.
But he dates the younger people, like in their 20s.
All right, okay.
He doesn't date people like his age.
So
or like,
does he catfish them then?
No.
But then
They're-
you'd have to ask the younger people, why are you going for no neck?
they're green, the green card.
They're in
Sometimes.
situations.
Yeah, that they
Like-
want money.
Yeah, and they might want to escape where they are. Like the young girl that he was chatting to online, like she was living in desperate
There's a well-known
desperate
thing.
shelters, and that was an escape for her, but she couldn't tolerate him.
There's a thing where he goes like, "Do you like the view?" I like the view, and I don't know how it goes.
Oh, I don't know if I know that one
Yeah,
offhand.
he goes like, "I like the view," and then he says, "You're my view."
He's smooth
Okay.
talker.
He's trying to
Yeah.
get, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I have a picture of what we're talking about now. But again, I just, like the Kardashians. Would
Yeah.
you watch the Kardashians?
I have watched the Kardashians.
I don't get the Kardashians. They're just sisters. That's so annoying.
You know, this pottering around the house going, "Hi, my hair is so messed up," and I
think
mean,
that's why
why do you
people
want
talk
to
like
watch
that.
all that?
Hey guys.
It's not that I love them, like I'm not a die-hard fan, but I do think it's fascinating how their mother has exploited them for such, like,
But
they
you're
are.
feeding into that exploitation by watching it.
I know, but the shit happened long
And then
ago.
they get money for it, and then they get more confrontations over some.
It's like that Kris Jenner, as I think is in the episode, the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder. She has sold her soul to the devil.
That sounds like a...
Yeah, and I agree with you, and this is not the only reason I wouldn't watch it, but I wouldn't watch it for that reason, because you're buying into it by watching it.
And then they might
Their bank account
products.
is getting bigger because of you and people like you.
I know, but it's just they're a name that will be remembered forever. They're probably
for all
up
the wrong
there.
reasons, though.
But what's
I mean,
wrong?
no,
What is the wrong reason?
Hitler will be remembered forever.
Okay, calm down.
But again, for all the wrong reasons.
I'll challenge you then. Give me a wrong reason.
Whoa.
The exploitation of her children and her family to make money.
When they were younger, but now they're very successful women.
Yeah. Do you know what? We're just going to move on.
And that,
You
my
need to-
friends, is victory.
You might need to calm down. You're both fighting here.
No, we're not. We love each other dearly. We're colleagues.
The gloves are off.
But yeah, I find it hard to buy into all that. The only other one I kind of like is, and again, if I missed it, it wouldn't cost me a thought, is The Jungle.
I'm a Celebrity.
I'm a Celebrity.
I love that.
But I'm not watching this one at the moment. I know it only started the other night
Yeah,
or something.
I watched it.
But the normal I'm a Celebrity I have enjoyed.
Yeah.
On different occasions. Depending again who's in it, and you know, it's all about the characters that are in it.
And you just enjoy it just for what it is.
Yeah.
And I think that's for all reality. You just watch it for what it is. And
But I have a thing, right? The Love Is Blind, Married at First Sight, Kim Kardashians, all the ones that you like are scripted, but the ones that we love are not scripted.
That's an interesting concept, Martin. I didn't. Yeah.
I just live for the drama.
Yeah, because they put the drama in for it. They're
For
all
our
actors. They're all
entertainment.
actors.
Have you any other questions you want to shoot at Claire?
Can't really think of any other questions.
I know
Okay.
it's not your favourite topic, so it's hard to...
No, it's been fun. No, there's no such thing as unfavoured or favourite topic. It's lovely. It's brilliant to get a concept, and that the listeners are out there. And you know, as we said from podcast number 1, if it just hits one person and they get something from it, even if it's just a laugh, job done.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So no, the topic is brilliant. The topic is great. I love it. Claire, have you anything else you want to say before we wrap this this episode up?
Just if you're looking for something decent to watch, maths.
Maths.
No.
Maths. Okay. So we have an acronym now. Maths.
That
Okay.
sounds like a...
What about yourself, Martin? Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, well, all that's left for us to do really then is thank everybody out there for listening. We really do appreciate it. It means a lot to us. And thank Claire, of course. Claire, thank you so much for being part of this episode of Inside Out.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Okay guys, Martin here signing off for today. Love your company, do join me again. And let what's in there out.